and Khorshid Bhavnagri lived in Bhaikala, Bombay, with their sons Vispi, born on August the 9th, 1950, and Ratu, born on December the 13th, 1951. They were a very simple family who enjoyed being with people. Their house was always full of friends and well-wishers. On finishing school, Vispi and Ratu both acquired diplomas in automobile engineering. They opened a garage for repairing and servicing cars and named it Victory Auto Works. In 1980, Vispi and Ratu planned to enter a cross-country rally of about 1,600 miles. They had been working on their car and had overhauled the engine completely. And 2 nights before the rally was to begin, they decided to test run their car up to Khopoli and back. They left the house around 8:30 p.m., telling their parents they would be returning late.
At that time, I was so surprised that I didn't believe that God has done this to me. I was wondering why God has done this, as I've never harmed any people or done something wrong. So I was wondering, is this God's justice? And my faith was shaken.
And she lost all her faith in God. But then, something wonderful happened 1 month after the funeral.
My neighbor came and told me one night that her sister-in-law was in a concert and 2 ladies were talking behind her, saying they have received message from 2 boys who died in fatal accident. So my neighbor's sister-in-law took one of the ladies' telephone number and came to us to tell us to contact them. And immediately we did. Rumi and I went next day, and they explained to us that in a seance, my son said, we are 2 brothers who died in fatal accident, and we want this message to reach our parents desperately. They wanted us not to mourn. They love me so much that they actually sent the message somehow. And we were very much relieved that they are happy there, and they wanted to contact us.
On March the 22nd, 1980, they arranged to attend a group séance at Mrs. Kapadia's. The medium was in the center, and the group was seated around her. She moved from person to person, assisting them in their communication. And then she came to the Bhavnagris.
When that lady came, Mrs. Kapadia, and said, "Hi, Mom Fetso," because Vispi used to call me that. That lady was a stranger. She never knew me. And definitely not that Vispi is calling me Fetso. So naturally I got faith and proof also. After that, Vispi told us to go to a person because they want to talk to us privately.
So, Mrs. Kapadia gave them the number of Mrs. Rishi, through whom the boys communicated. "Hello, Mum and Dad. This is Vispi and Ratu. We died and reached the spirit world within minutes of our death, which is God's will, and He knows what is best for each of us. We can see you all the time, and we are looking after you. Until you are completely relaxed and happy, we cannot communicate with you, for which you will also have to develop powers of concentration."
And they told us that I should start writing automatic writing, and they will help me. And they did. After a year, They told me, we want you to write a book. I said, how can I write a book? So he said, we will give you a message at certain time every day, and you have to go on writing till we tell you. So the whole first book was dictated to me by them. Thousands of copies been sold out all over the world. I can't take a pie more than it costs. That helped thousands of people. Rumi died 1996. I don't think that I will repeat this life, because the worst thing in my life has happened is my sons were gone. But the most beautiful thing has also happened, that they reached me after that death and guided me to lead my life in a spiritual way. I really bless them for being with me always.
Many years after her sons died, she moved to Canada. She moved there because she wanted to spread the word. She also wanted to take time off and rest, because she did a lot of work in India.
I only want to fulfill my mission and go to my sons and live happily with them.
Finally, after 26 years, Khorshid was reunited with her family.
No matter how misery comes to you, keep your face smiling and help others, which will heal your problem and make you be occupied, so you won't be miserable in this life. Maybe it is difficult, but you can do it. Don't say try it. Just make up your mind to do it. God helps those who wants to be helped. So ask God to help you. Keep smiling and be brave. That is what always we say. And for God's sake, don't be proud. Put your pride in your pocket. What you sow, you reap. And that is God's law. There is no religion in spirit world, only one God, and we all worship only one God.
The laws of the spirit world.